Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome now to the Brex Arena here in the city of Utsunomiya in the live B-League fixture between our hosts, Utsunomiya Brex, and the visitors, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the Tochigi Prefecture here in Japan, as we mentioned, the city of Utsunomiya at the Brex Arena, and what is going to be the champions as they host a team trying to compete now for a playoff spot. There you can see the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, led by Nick Fazekas. Well, not to mention some exciting players. There you can see the standings right now. Kawasaki Brave Thunders a win today, and they will cement a position here in the B-League playoffs. The Eastern Conference proving to be the stronger of the two conferences here. The wild cards probably going to Sunrock Shibuya and Toyama Grouses. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about Utsunomiya Brex, as they will be taking on the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. There you can see the wild cards, of course. Looks like Sunrock Shibuya along with Toyama Grouses will be taking out. A lot of that has been down to the fact that the Eastern Conference being so dominant. There are the lineups, of course, for Utsunomiya Brex. Well, this season they have been led by Ryan Rossington, number 22, along with Jeffrey Gibbs, LJ Beek, and sharpshooter Makoto Hiyajima, who plays for the Japanese national team, one of the high-flying players. And it is going to be an exciting matchup, to say the least. Well, Utsunomiya Brex, of course, as a team, they shoot 34% from the perimeter. But right now, we'll take a look at Kawasaki Brave Thunders. There you can see number 0, Yuma Fuji, averaging 10 points per game, along with number 14, Naoto Tsuji, chipping in 9 points per game. But their points are coming from Nick Fazekas, who plays for the Japanese national team, as we saw, had a very good run at the FIBA World Cup in qualification round. Well, other players obviously look out for, along with the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, players such as Jordan Heath, Spanish international Pablo Aguilar, and Ryosei Shinoyama-san. Well, there he is, Ryosei Shinoyama. If you remember about Shinoyama, it was back against Qatar in 2019 where he made the one-handed fadeaway in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, which led to the infamous arigatou gozaimasu. Kawasaki Brave Thunders head coach Kenjo Sato knows that a win tonight will secure a playoff spot for them as they sit third in the Eastern Conference. Well, there is a legend, one of the greats in Japanese basketball, the first ever Japanese player to make the NBA, Yuta Tabuse, had 3 stints with the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. Well, LJ Peak, of course, a 40% three-point shooter, averages 11 points per game. Takeuchi Kosugi, there is the young prospect Kai Tevz, tried to play college basketball in the United States, but right now is coming home and featuring for the best team here in the B-League. And there, of course, was Takeuchi Kosugi, a man who played for Japan back in the 2006 World Championship. He's been with the national team for a very, very long time. Well, Shuhei Kitagawa, of course, one of those players that will be coming off the bench and playing with high energy. But right now, we're going to look at the starting lineup, and no doubt we're probably going to see Ryan Rossington along with Jeffrey Gibbs and Josh Scott.
Brex. Number 40, Josh Scott. Number 22, Ryan Rosta. Number 5, Jose B. Number 18, Seiji Ikaluga. And number 9, Yusuke Endo. Head coach, Untitled Utsunomiya Brex.
Utsunomiya, Brex, you can see just slightly get away with a backcourt violation, but they will start first possession here. His hand up now here with LJ Peak. Peak now looking for options, but we're going to go back to a pick and roll situation. We got a man down, another kick in the corner. Has a penetration all the way, almost turns it over. And Shinoyama-san comes up with the ball. Finds up with Fazekas now. Fazekas is guarded by Josh Scott. That's going to be an interesting matchup because Fazekas is one of those players, as unorthodox as he is, likes to put the ball on the ground. They go down low early, but they can't make anything of it as Ryan Ruster comes up with a rebound. Comes up one screen now. Well, can't leave Ryan Ruster wide open. He takes a three-pointer, and that is why Ryan Ruster is one of the top players here in the B-League. Had just way too much time and space on the ball there to take the three-point. He's got to put a hand up. Pick and roll sequence now. Tries to take this one down low. Almost travels with, and they turn it over. Well, Jordan Heath tried to go to the basket off the pick and roll scenario, but in the end couldn't come up with a good option. Tried to pass that one off to Keisuke Masuda. Well, Roster again from downtown. Can't get this one. Shinoyama-san now gives the ball up. Finds Naoto Tsuji. Tsuji finds Fazekas. Fazekas pulls up in the mid-range. He can make these. And Nick Fazekas nails it. And Fazekas is one of the reasons why Japan made the turnaround, as we mentioned in the 2019 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. He kicks this one out. Good ball movement now by Utsunomiya Brex. Off one screen now looking for options. To put up a little teardrop way off the mark. Fazekas with a rebound. Now the big man looks like he's going to take this one in transition. Suda now looking to go pick and roll with Fazekas. And traveled with it. Well, the problem there was the movement from Nick Fazekas just wasn't good enough, because you can see the problem was for Naoto Tsuji was that he was looking for some space to get around the basket for a pick and pop situation, but of course, Nick Fazekas very static on that pick and roll. Endo now comes off one screen, pulls up in the mid-range, can't get it. Fazekas gets his second rebound. Tsuji now looking for options. Kawasaki Brave Thunder's offense very static. Pick Kicks out to Fazekas. Fazekas against Ryan Rusta. Almost lost it. Tsuchi's got to get to the basket. Goes in with a little teardrop, and somehow, someway, Naoto Tsuchi goes to the basket, and he makes the finger roll. Tough play there by Naoto Tsuchi. Averages 9 points per game, as we mentioned already, for the Kawasaki Break Thunders this year in the B-League. Spins around, goes in with another finger roll, can't get it. A foul has been called. As Keisuke Masuda secures the rebound, but Seiji Ikaruga, excuse me. Ikaruga tried to go in with the finger roll, missed it, but in the end committed the foul. Shinoyama gets the ball up. Almost turned it over now. Great defense there by Yusuke Endo. Endo becoming a tough defender so far, putting a lot of pressure on Tsuchi. And turn the ball over. LJP comes up with a loose ball. Now Rusta will look to push the transition. Goes down low now. Oh, beautiful play there. Threw that one down low to Josh Scott. Josh Scott had the mismatch against Nick Fazekas. Fazekas now looking for a bit of movement off the ball. Got it by Ryan Rusta. Fazekas makes a bit of cut. Somehow, someway, yet again, Mr. Reliable Nick Fazekas makes a tough shot. Foul has been called as LJP tried to curl the screen. I believe the foul is on Keisuke Masuda. Trying to get around the screen there. Committed the foul a little bit early. That is the first foul now on Masuda. Now comes up one screen. Finds Rusta. 4 in shot clock now. They got to get something going. Kicks out. They got to take the three. The three is up. No good. Fazekas with his third rebound. And now he will push this one. In the lane now. On get strip. Goes out of bounds, and it will be baseline ball now to Kawasaki Break Thunders. LJP now becoming a defensive nightmare, of course, for Kawasaki Break Thunders, but it looks like Yuma Fuji is going to come into the game now. Yuma Fuji does average 10 points per game. They miss a layup, and now Utsunomiya Brex can start to push this one. It's up a tough one. Can he get it to drop? Can't get it. And now Kawasaki Break Thunders will push this one in transition. Fazekas forces up a wild shot. He can't get it. Both teams now really struggling here in the early stages. Rusta now looks like he's going to take it on. Now Rusta turns it over. And now Kawasaki Break Thunders. Beautiful fast break. Lays it up. That's much better there. Keisuke Masuda running the transition. And all of a sudden, Utsunomiya Brex have to call timeout. But look at this now. Ryan Rusta turns the ball over. Quickly they come up with it with Yuma Fuji. Fuji spots out. And Masuda lays it up. Beautiful fast break basketball by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, you could just start to see a little bit of anxiety with these two teams, of course. Not really coming up with the best of shots as Kawasaki Takeuchi comes into the game, the veteran player and national teammate there of Nick Fazekas. And now Jeffrey Gibbs checks into the game now for Utsunomiya Brex. Just to give that bit of an option here on the perimeter to get things going right now. Very static. Quick catch and shoot from downtown. No good. Goes out of bounds, and that's come off Yumafuji. So it's going to be Brex ball on the baseline. Yumafuji there trying to help out Nick Fazekas there on the rebound, but of course, great play by Takeuchi Kosuke, Japanese veteran, legendary basketball player. Gibbs now looking for a handoff. Gets caught a double team, goes out of bounds, but it will be Brex ball on the sideline. You can see the Kawasaki Brave Thunders being very aggressive on defense. Well, checking into the game right now is Spanish international number 34 for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Pablo Aguilar. One of their top production players with 11 points per game. To see what difference he can make. Hesitation, beautiful. Oh, it's a banger roll, but he missed it. And now they can push this one. Naoto Tsuji. Tsuji now on the ball. Gets a handoff with Fazekas. Oh, excuse me, that was actually Pablo Aguilar. Fazekas now. Fazekas looks like he's going to go to the basket. Tough shot. Can't get this one. Well, 3 yellow jerseys right now. Nobody from Kawasaki Brave Thunders going in for an offensive rebound. The foul has been drawn. Well, Kai Tevz has just checked into the game. Watch Kai Tevz there. The acceleration. Drawing the foul against Naoto Tsuji. Tsuji looks like he's taking a knock there. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Time and space now. Let's kick this one out. There's a big roll sequence. Beautiful play. Well, just too big and strong, but he missed a layup. And now Kawasaki Brave Thunders can push this one. As Takumi Hasegawa's into the game. Well, also coming into the game now is Hinori Watanabe, Utsunomiya Brex, who just picked up the foul. Well, both these two teams, you can see why they're top 3 teams here in the Eastern Conference. It's the amount of depth they've got. Pablo Aguilar there, as we mentioned, one of the top players here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Managed to get the ball inbound. Time running out now. Makes some penetration, has to pull up from the mid-range, takes a shot, can't get it. Now Jeffrey Gibbs will try to push this one. Gibbs gives this one up. Beautiful fast break. Missed another one. Fazekas with, Pablo Aguilar with the rebound. Oh, it turns it over. Great steal by Kai Tevz. And now, Utsunomiya Brex with only 5 points. Can they get the shot to go in the corner again? Right now, very much struggling to get things going. Remember, they are champions. Possibly knowing they've won the league playing against them, but he doesn't get the and one. But Yumafuji is going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Yumafuji trying to go in with the one-handed finger roll. Yumafuji in the last 2 games, which they played against the Chiba Jets, he had 11 points on the 18th of April. A game in which they won only by 2 points, was very, very close. Chipped in 8 points in that one, so you can see the production levels from Yumafuji being very important for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. He missed a second free throw. Remember, the significance of this game, ladies and gentlemen, is that Kawasaki Brave Thunders, if they win this one, they will secure themselves a position in the playoffs of the Eastern Conference. by Utsunomiya Brex, already crowned champions this season of the Japanese B-League. Good contact now, another turnover. Now they got options here. It's a 3-on-1. He's got Fazekas and Aguilar. Beautiful, another turnover. Well, Pablo Aguilar had a great opportunity there for a hammer time in transition, but turns it over with a poor play. Right now, just come to the last 2 minutes here of the first quarter. Very low scoring game for the champions, only 5 points so far. Haven't been able to get things going as they would have liked to have done. Takes this one, it's Hiyajima time. Hiyajima gets the and one, and Makoto. Tough play there, the hesitation. It's a beautiful play. He just kisses that one off the glass. Hiyajima makes a three-point play. Again, just under 8 minutes of play. Neither of these two teams able to get into double digits. The champions taking on a team fighting for third place. Gets to the basket, turns it over. He's got to do a lot better than that. He's got to try and make that penetration. It's Yasunori Aoki. Aoki there. Trying to go baseline to kick it out in the corner, but again, a great help side defense by the Utsunomiya Brex, making it very, very difficult, of course. It's now Jeffrey Gibbs will bring the ball up. There's a pick and pop sequence now. Goes off from the mid-range, can't get it. Fazekas with his 5th rebound. Now, they try to bring the ball up here in transition. Yasunori Aoki now comes up one screen with Fazekas, kicks this one out. Pablo Aguilar in the corner, and the man from Madrid, Spain, 3 puntos, por favor, makes a three-pointer. Finally, we have a double digits. Kawasaki Brave Thunders move up to 12 points. Kaitevs now, just pick and pop now with Jeffrey Gibbs in the lane. Turns it over yet again. And Yuma Fuji will push. Draws a foul on Kaitevs. That's a smart play. We'll watch Yuma Fuji crossover, make that contact. Smart play there by Fuji-san. Foul is on Kaitevs, a very highly regarded young prospect for Japanese basketball. Kawasaki Brave Thunders already making a very early change. Naoya Kumagaye comes into the game at a finger roll as Yuma Fuji finding a bit of time and space and just kissing that one off the glass. Well, tough move by Fuji-san. Kaitevs almost turns it over. There's a big pop space, takes a long jump shot, can't get it. Oh, big rebound there by Jeffrey Gibbs, and Jeffrey Gibbs going in for the second chance point. 4-point lead now. Last 20 seconds here of the first quarter. Kawasaki Brave Thunders trying to trip it down for the last shot. They almost turned it over. And the pick and roll option was there with Nick Fazekas, but you can see Naoya Kumagaye didn't want to use the pick and roll option. Fuji now travels with it. Careless turnover. Well, that's very poor from Yuma Fuji because he's got to take care of the basket. He's been excellent so far in the backcourt for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, but he's got to take care of it now. Kaitevs, behind the back pass. Tevs pulls up, three-pointer, doesn't get it. They get the offensive rebound, they can't follow up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, it is the visitors, third place in the Eastern Conference, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, as they lead this one in a very low-scoring game against the champions, Utsunomiya Brex. We'll show you some stats and some highlights here from the first quarter, but right now, Kawasaki Brave Thunders frustrating the champions here. Remember, we are here in the Tojiki Prefecture in the beautiful city of Utsunomiya in the Brex Arena. And as you can see right now, yellow shirts everywhere. It is Brex Nation, ladies and gentlemen. But the champions are being tested. Here now are some highlights from the first quarter. Of course, Ryan Rossiter looked like he was going to get off to a good night from the perimeter, but so far hasn't had many good looks from downtown. Yuma Fuji's been leading the way so far for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, along with Nick Fazekas, who does have 5 rebounds here in the first quarter, but at the moment, very much a defensive game between these two teams. Well, it looks like now Jordan Heath is going to come back into the game along with Pablo Aguilar. I wonder if Nick Fazekas, has gone to the bench. Well, there you can see on the court Shuhei Kitagawa along with Makoto Hiyajima and the veteran Takeuchi Kosuke all in the lineup again with Jeffrey Gibbs. Well, the depth is a big option for both of these two teams, as we mentioned. That's a reason why they are top teams are in the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference being very much, arguably more competitive and more dominant, I'd say, than the West. There's a pick and pop situation. They take the three-pointer. The 3 is up. The 3 is no good. Aguilar can't get the rebound. Tevs now gives this one up. There's a pick and pop situation. Gibbs looking for a handoff. Now Hiyajima back out to Jeffrey Gibbs. Gibbs double crossover. Gibbs all the way, turns it over. Well, Yumafuchi came up. Kai Tevs forced it up off the backboard. He can't get it. Pablo Aguilar just able to secure the rebound. And now Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Now guarded heavily by Hiyajima, looking to give this one up. Fuji pulls up for a quick 3. Got it! Yuma Fuji from downtown nails the 3-pointer. Well, I gave him a lot of criticism for turning the ball over at the end of the first quarter, but again, stepping up now and hitting that big 3-pointer. I think an offensive foul's going to be called there on Takeuchi Kosuke, I believe, on the shove. That man played in 2006 for the Japanese national team at the World Championship as Yusuke Endo checks back into the game now for Utsunomiya Brex. Fuji comes up one screen now with Pablo Aguilar. The pick and roll situation, takes him down the middle, kicks this one out, they get another 3-pointer. 3 is up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, goes out of bounds, and it will be Utsunomiya Brex ball. It's not a bad play there with Jordan Heath, and of course they have to make the most now as Kai Tevs brings the ball up. Endo now, he is a 37% 3-point shooter, and that is why you can't leave him wide open. As we mentioned, 37, excuse me, from downtown. Yusuke Endo will light it up from the perimeter. Cuts back down to a 4-point ball game. Tries to go for a quick pull-up, can't get it. Now Endo go end to end here. Finds Gibbs on the pick and pop. Kaitebs now cross-court pass. Get a wide open look from downtown. And right now, it looks like Utsunomiya Brex had turned up the heat because Shuhei Kitagawa from downtown, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, tactical time. Look at the cross-court pass here by Kaitebs. Finds Kitagawa. Kitagawa says, "Arigatou gozaimasu." That is one thing you got to know about Utsunomiya Brex from the perimeter. They are a 34% perimeter shooting team. We'll compare that, of course, to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, who shoot 33% from downtown. I mean, these two teams, they can definitely heat it up from the perimeter. And as you saw that with Yusuke Endo and with Shuhei Kitagawa, they cannot be left wide open on the perimeters. Now it's a one-point ball game. Well, the problem right now for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, they have to hope that the champions have not found the rhythm from the perimeter. They need to slow things down. At the moment right now, they got Jordan Heath for the game along with Pablo Aguilar. So it is a big lineup they've gone with. The question is, can they get the patience in the backcourt as Yuma Fuji remains in the game? Mikashi shooting again, another rush shot by Yuto Otsuka. Well, Otsuka got in right away. It just took that shot very quickly, but right now they got to play some very tough defense. Gibbs now looking wisely against Pablo Aguilar. Kicks out, made his last three-pointer, forces this one up. Ryan Ruster with a rebound. Endo in the lane now, looks to put up a tough fadeaway, can't get it. This time to secure the rebound. Yuma Fuji looks like he's going to slow this one down now for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Aguilar tries from downtown. He's made one three-pointer in and out. Doesn't get it. Ruster now gets a hand up with Kaitebs. Kaitebs back to Ruster. Ruster, a little teardrop in the lane. Can't get it. Aguilar with a rebound. Well, Ruster did make contact there. Now the question is, will that be deemed as an unspool? Now watch Ryan Ruster on the ground. Does he? Of course he does, yeah. Tries to swipe at Yuma Fuji. Now in international basketball, you will see that called mostly as an unsportsmanlike foul, but in the B-League, the one good thing you like about the B-League is they definitely allow a lot of physicality in their play. So I wonder if a regular foul has just been called here on Ryan Ruster. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those who do not know, number 0 now for Utsunomiya Brex is a legend in Japanese basketball. That is Yuta Tabuse. Played his university basketball in Hawaii. And there's another legend as well, Shinoyama-san, back into the game. And the legends are guarding each other. Yuta Tabuse, as we mentioned, the first ever Japanese player to play in the NBA is now. Shinoyama comes off one screen, and an offensive foul is going to be called. I believe they're going to call that one on Jordan Heath as he just knocked over. Watch Heath there. Heath sets in the legal screen. Great call by the official. The foul has been called. Turns it over now. Shinoyama with the steal. Shinoyama all the way, and he gets the and one. You say Shinoyama-san. Great defense, comes up with a loose ball. Picks the pocket of the player that he grew up watching when he was in the NBA. Shinoyama-san says arigato. goes to Utsunomiya, makes the three-point play now, and he puts Kawasaki Brave Thunders lead now with 4 points. It's now 20-16. Ryan Ruster dribbles into a bit of defensive pressure there. Towards the 8-second violation, finds Endo. Endo kicks out to Ruster. Turns it over now. Utsunomiya with a loose ball. Pulls this one out now. It looks like they're going to slow this one down. No, they don't. They take a quick three-pointer. And again, poor offense there by Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They've been excellent defensively, but again, it's been rushing the shots. Really playing that team kind of style basketball that they need to win this game. Remember, they got to win today to secure position in the playoffs. Peak now has the ball in the corner, guarded by Pablo Aguilar. The three is up, the three is no good. They secure the rebound, and now Utsunomiya will hug the sideline here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. This is much better now. They turn it over. It will be a jump ball situation, and it will be ball two now. The Utsunomiya Brex. Watch here now, try to split the defense. You can see what he tried to do after the pick and roll, but again, great defense there by Josh Scott and LJ Peak. Now the Kawasaki Brave Thunders in full timeout, but Utsunomiya Brex there, led by Ryan Rossiter, legendary Utsunomiya, as they trail this one by 4 points. Well, Pablo Aguilar, as we mentioned, a legendary player, played for Real Madrid's youth academy system back in the ACB. Now enjoying the latest stages of his career here, playing in the B-League, and what a player he's been so far for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders.
Let's see.
Well, we're under 5 minutes to go, and again, it's been a very much a defensive game so far. It's both teams really stepping up the defensive intensity, making it very tough for each other, but there you can see Nick Fazekas comes back into the game, so it's a very big lineup the Kawasaki Brave Thunders have gone to. Comes handoff now, just get Endo. Kicks out to LJ Peak now, Peak off on pick and roll. Tries to isolate against Fazekas a little bit. Gets rejected. Well, Pablo Aguilar said, not in my house. Fazekas hit. Go down low now to Pablo Aguilar. There's a double team kick out, wide open for three. Fazekas with a rebound. Fazekas goes back up with it. And Nick Fazekas makes all the difference now for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Utsunomiya Brex want to call timeout. Well, they go down low to Pablo Aguilar. There's a three-pointer by Fuji. The offensive rebound by Nick Fazekas, and Kawasaki Brave Thunders leading the way right now. National team player Nick Fazekas, as we mentioned, was a big difference for Japan in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in 2019. Ryan Ruster, as you mentioned, one of the top players here in the B-League, also plays for the Japanese national team. Averages 13 points per game, 7 rebounds. Now, the one thing about Utsunomiya Brex, if you look at the points, I mean, per game, they only average 81 points per game. Kawasaki Brave Thunders average 83 points per game. The difference between these two teams is that Utsunomiya Brex is arguably the greatest defensive team in the B-League. Teams they play against, they only give up 71 points per game. I mean, that is a fantastic stat But the problem right now for the Brex is they just can't find any good baskets. They've got to try and move the ball a little bit better. Try to force the ball down low. I mean, they've got Ryan Rust to Jeffrey Gibbs, Kai Tevs, as well as ALJ Peak, but Makoto Hiyajima, he's got to get things going from the perimeter, along with Yusuke Endo. There was the head coach, Kenji Sato, Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Hiyajima now looking for options, gives this one up to Ryan Rusta. Rusta tries to kiss off the backboard, still can't get it under the basket. Beautiful clean up there by Josh Scott. Well, that's why Josh Scott's out there coming up with those loose balls and just finishing under the basket, cutting it down to a 4-point ball game. Let's turn it over now. Fazekas goes all the way. Fazekas can't get it. Now Hiyajima will push this one in transition. Foul has been called now. The foul's on the ground, so it won't be 2 free throws, but the foul has been called on Pablo Aguilar. That's much better. No-look pass here from Makoto Hiyajima. Well, Seiji Ikaruga comes back into the game now for Utsunomiya Brex. It's up to LJ Peak now. Crosses over now. Oh, would have been a good pass, but Rust has got to get something going. Peak now down the middle. LJ Peak all the way, makes a bit of contact, can't get it. Fazekas with a rebound. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunders lead this one by 4. Just over 3 minutes to go. We're trying to keep building on the league. It's Fazekas all the way. Fazekas. Oh, Fazekas. Yeah, threw up an air ball there on a very soft shot, and now Ryan Rusta with a chance to beautiful pass under the basket. No foul called, but now they call it. And the Kawasaki Brave Thunders players and their bench very furious that the call was a little late. I mean, no doubt it's a foul. What a pass by Rusta. It's a definite foul there on Pablo Aguilar, but again, just called a little bit too late there. There will be 2 free throws now to Josh Scott. Well, Josh Scott, of course, coming originally from Colorado, played his university basketball at the University of Colorado. Started his professional career in 2016 with MZT Skopje in Northern Macedonia. Made his move out to Japan here, where he started with the Shimane Susanoo Magic here in the B-League, as he missed the second free throw. Still a 3-point lead now to the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Now Utsunomiya Brex going to the zone. Time and space now. This time takes a 3-pointer, nails it. Well, Naoto Tsuchi. It's a big time 3-pointer from downtown. Goes out of bounds, but it comes off of Pablo Aguilar, so we'll be sideline ball now to Utsunomiya Brex. As Jeffrey Gibbs comes back into the game now for the Brex. Right now, the Brex just need some inspiration, somebody to step up and just start hitting some big shots for them, just to get something going from the perimeter. He's on one screen now, in the lane now. Too easy, no help side, but he missed it one more time. Now Pablo Aguilar controls it in transition. Utsunomiya Brex now look like they match up here in a man-to-man. Turn the ball over yet again now. It's now Makoto Hiyajima will push this one. Miller Watanabe now gets a handoff from Gibbs. Kicks this one out. Will they get an open look? In the corner, Watanabe for 3. Watanabe nails it. That's now the 3rd tray ball here in the first half for Utsunomiya Brex. It's Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They have to pull timeout. Gibbs has a kick out right there. Endo gets a cross court. Beautiful ball movement. And Watanabe-san, Ayasumi Nasai. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned, it's been a very, very low-scoring game in this one. But, of course, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders right now just holding on to a slender 3-point lead against the champions, Utsunomiya and Brex. And as I've mentioned already, it's a must-win for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They win today, they secure a playoff spot here in the B-League. Remember, the Eastern Conference, very competitive, looking like a wild card, going to the 4th and 5th position. The results going in favors now. Fazekas has a love pass. Foul has been called. Looks like the foul's going to be called on Makoto Hiyajima. Hiyajima did have a mismatch. It's Jordan Heath there trying to secure him off. I mean, there was 2 players there. Josh Scott as well, but both of them ended up fouling. Fazekas now in the lane. Fazekas forces up the tough one. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Still can't get it. The Brex come up with a rebound, and now they'll push it with Hinori Watanabe. Watanabe now looking for a handoff. That's Jeffrey Gibbs. Gibbs goes in all the way. Gibbs all the way. Jeffrey Gibbs, just too big, just too strong, but just too good. Now it's a 1-point ball game as Utsunomiya Brex chipping back into this one. Shinoyama all the way. Shinoyama gets rejected, goes out of bounds, but it's going to be Kawasaki Brave Thunder ball. A great block shot there by Seiji Ikaruga, denying Shinoyama-san, going all the way to the basket. Fazekas now. Just over a minute to go. Under 10 on the shot clock. Gets this one out. Aguilar tries for 3 points. Pablo Aguilar can't get it. Now Utsunomiya Brex with a chance to take the lead. Garuga kicks this one out. Hiyajima wants to go pick a pop here with Gibbs. Hiyajima spins out. Bit of contact, finds Gibbs under the basket. Well, Jeffrey Gibbs is taking this game over right now. This is becoming a problem. Very much undersized, but dominating in the low block against Fazekas, Pablo Aguilar, and Jordan Heath. That's the double team now. Good ball movement. Fazekas goes baseline. Fazekas puts up a little floater. Nick Fazekas nails it. As he puts Kawasaki Brave Thunders back up by 1 point, but now Utsunomiya Brex get the last shot here in the first half. What a foul against Ryusei Shinoyama. Watch Ikaruga here. I personally felt that Ikaruga pushed up, but again, the officials have a better view than I do. Seconds now. Gotta get a shot off. Hesitation. Kicks out. Ikaruga turns it over. I think a foul has been called. With 0.1 of a second left here on the clock here in the first half. Can the Kawasaki Brave Thunders get a last shot here? We're just gonna have to. Fazekas puts it up. No good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is the visitors, Kawasaki Brave Thunders. This one is very much a defensive matchup. 27-26 against the host team, the Utsunomiya Brex, who have already crowned themselves champions of the B-League here in Japan. And right now, we'll just show you some stats and some highlights from the first half. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, wherever you are watching, whether you're watching in Japan, the Philippines, wherever you are in the world, go get a drink, go get something to eat. Don't go anywhere too long, as we'll be back in 20 minutes for the second half of this B-League fixture. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the second half of this B-League fixture between the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, the visitors, and our host, the champions now of the B-League, Utsunomiya Brex. Well, it's been very much of a defensive matchup between these two teams. Neither really been able to get things going from the perimeter, and credit to the defense of both of these teams as they've frustrated each other very much. The visitors having that 1-point lead at the moment, but right now it's been the rebounding defensive presence of Nick Vazakis has caused all sorts of problems for the champions. As Ryan Rossiter hasn't really been able to get off to the great start he would like to have done. Here's some replays, of course. Ryan Rossiter hitting an early three-pointer from downtown, but has struggled since then, of course. Well, one player that has been able to get things going, of course, for Utsunomiya Brex is Jeffrey Gibbs. Now, Jeffrey Gibbs has caused all sorts of problems, but right there, you can see Josh Scott. Josh Scott has been a problem as well. It's been the turnovers that's cost Utsunomiya Brex, but the fast break play, of course, from the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, beating them in transition. Well, Makoto Hiyojima going all the way and getting that and-one play. They just need more players to step in and step up just like that to give them a few more options. Well, you can see Pablo Aguilar hitting a three-pointer, but he's 1 for 3 from downtown right now. Hasn't really got off to that rhythm that he would have liked to have done as Yuma Fuji. Again, has been good in the backcourt for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, but a couple of costly turnovers. But again, you got to credit the defense of the Utsunomiya Brex and the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. They are just going at each other, making life very difficult. Well, there, of course, Yusuke Endo stepping up big time and hitting his three-pointer. Well, that's actually Shuhei Kitagawa, but Yusuke Endo as well, 37% from the perimeter. As Rusei Shinoyama with the steal and the layup. And there was also 3 from Naoto Tsuji. Well, if you look at the points productions of these two teams, normally they average 83 points and 81 points, but there you can see Endo with the three-pointer from downtown. Well, there are the stats from the game, of course, right now. Kawasaki Brave Thunders, 44% from within the rainbow. They only have 3 3-point field goals, while Utsunomiya Brex, 4 for 12 from downtown. You look at the points in the paint and the rebounds, of course. Not a lot to separate these two teams. It is a one-point ball game, but right at the moment, somebody needs to step up and change his defensive mentality and turn it into an offensive game. Kai Tevz came in, looked very explosive in the backcourt, but hasn't really made that big difference for Utsunomiya Brex. Now, Matias Calfani there, you can see the Uruguayan international on the bench for Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, for those who don't know, Matias Calfani, originally from Uruguay, Montevideo, was a member of the championship team of the Liga de las Americas, the FIBA Americas League, 2 years in a row with San Lorenzo de Almagro in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Right now, playing his second season here in Japan for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, but hasn't quite yet. He's had some injuries issues, of course, but again, what a player he is. Stands at about 6'8", 6'9", but a great shooter from the perimeter. key right now, of course, for these two teams is to play patient basketball right now. They're playing very up-tempo basketball, forcing a lot of issues in transition, trying to go for very quick shots. Got to slow it down a little bit. The lineup they've gone with Pablo Aguilar, along with Nick Fazekas, Jordan Heath, and Tsuji as well. Looks like Urusei Shinoyama, he will start the second half now for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Tsuji now kicks this one up. Fazekas lob pass finds Jordan Heath, then he gets the and one. And that's what we talk about, playing that patient style basketball. I mean, watch Fazekas here, the lob pass down to Jordan Heath. Jordan Heath simply unstoppable. Yusuke Endo, unfortunately, had to switch against him. Again, he was not going to guard him in the low block. He doesn't get the three-point play, and now wasted opportunity there for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. So they lead this one by 3 points over Utsunomiya Brex. Remember, Utsunomiya Brex, champions already of the B-League, as they secured the championship. So OJ Peak tries to force this one. Heath with a rebound, but Peak with the foul against Pablo Aguilar. But Aguilar, of course, the Spanish international, secured the rebound. Quite a hard foul there by LJ Peak. Now gives the ball up to Shinoyama. Fazekas looks like he's going to take on against Ryan Rusta. Tsuji pulls up for a quick three, can't get it. Rusta with a rebound, and now Utsunomiya Brex will push this one. Down low now finds Endo. Finds Rusta. Rusta with a little floater shot, gets it to drop. Ryan Rusta, as he did at the beginning of the game, gets the first field goal this half for Utsunomiya Brex. Another three-point attempt missed there by Naoto Tsuji. Now Rusta try to kick it out, but it does come off the foot of Pablo Aguilar, so it will be possession now on the sideline to Utsunomiya Brex. Rusta now gives this one back out. Great penetration all the way. Another kick out. Finds LJ Peak in the corner. Peak for three. Can't get it. And now Naoto Tsuji. Get this one up to Shinoyama. Shinoyama throws it away. Poor pass there by Shinoyama. Kellis turnover now, but now Utsunomiya Brex will try to take the lead this one. Cross it now down the middle. That's another kick out. Finds LJ Peak. LJ Peak wide open for three. Can't get it. Fazekas with a rebound. Finds Tsuji. Down to Aguilar. It's much better ball moving now from Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Shinoyama, aggressive drive. Another kick out. Fazekas keeps it alive. Fazekas with a tough shot. Fazekas gets the roll. Well, Nick Fazekas, veteran player, national team star for Japan. Backdoor play. LJ Peak with an easy little throw down there. Well, LJ Peak went back door there, flash in the middle. No help side defense from the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Pick and roll play. Finds Heath. Fazekas time and space, takes the shot, and Fazekas can now be left wide open. As we know, the big man, sometimes we see him shoot three-pointers. We've seen him do it for the Japanese national team. It's a pick and roll play now. Finds Rusta. Now run to 10 on the shot clock. Rusta goes all the way. Takes a tough fadeaway. Can't get it. Deep for the rebound. Brex almost gave a turnover pass there for Suji, just able to keep it alive. Now, fine Fazekas looking to post up here with Pablo Aguilar. Aguilar draws the foul. It's on the ground. It's against LJ Peak, so it will be baseline ball now to Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Well, it's a clear daylight foul there because you can see LJ Peak just pushing him in the back. And now Makoto Hiyajima subs back into the game for the Utsunomiya Brex. Well, Aguilar wide open under the basket, but they turn it over yet again, and now Utsunomiya Brex led by Hiyajima in transition. Kicks out to get a three. The three is in the corner, no good. Secure the rebound now with Ryan Rossiter. We'll try another three-pointer from downtown. He still can't get it. Goes out of bounds, and it will be Kawasaki Brave Thunder ball. Well, those were two good looks there from Seiji Ikaruga. Ikaruga unable to knock it down. Shinoyama now gives up to Fazekas. Beautiful pass. Oh, it was actually Pablo Aguilar, but Fazekas missed a layup, and now Utsunomiya Brex can push it. Rossiter down the middle, double dribble. What a turnover by Ryan Rossiter. It was a great play between Nick Fazekas and Pablo Aguilar, but Ryan Rossiter, an unlikely error from a world-class player. Aguilar now gives up to Fazekas. Shinoyama looking for a pick-and-roll scenario. Hesitation. Shinoyama gives up to Aguilar. Aguilar puts up a tough shot. Heath with an offensive rebound. Utsunomiya Brex, and right now both of these two teams scrambling for possession. Here comes the double team now. Now, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down low to Josh Scott. Scott tries to go middle, turns it over yet again. Pablo Aguilar with the ball. Aguilar kicks out. Suji goes down low to Aguilar. Fazekas seals up and draws a foul, but the foul is on the ground. So there will be baseline ball now to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Smart play there by Nick Fazekas. What Fazekas tried to do was catch the ball immediately and shoot it so he could go to the free throw line, but the foul was by Seiji Ikaruga before he received the ball, so he'll go to the bench. And now Kai Tebs comes back into the game now for Utsunomiya Brex. Under the basket now, and Pablo Aguilar is fouled. And the Spanish international will go to the free throw line as the foul is on Kai Tebs. Actually, the foul is not on Kai Tebs. The foul is on number 13, Hinori Watanabe. As Pablo Aguilar makes the first free throw. Well, was actually born in Granada, Spain, but actually started his career with Real Madrid in 2005 as a junior, breaking into their first team, but spent the majority of his time in Spain, of course, played a little bit in Italy and Croatia before making the move to Kawasaki Brave Thunders in 2020. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunders go into a interesting matchup here. Owens under the basket. That's much better there. Sorry, Josh Scott, excuse me, not Josh Owens. Josh Scott sealed him off under the basket. And again, a tough play there. It's a three-point lead here to the visitors. It's Vasikas tries to get in a practice three-point shot, but Josh Scott has been called for a foul under the basket. Now they are in the penalty, so looks like Jordan Heap is going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Jordan Heath, of course, being one of the primetime players there in the B-League, 29 years of age, originally from Rochester, New York in the United States. Makes the second free throw as he puts Kawasaki Brave Thunder up by 4 points. Kai Tebs goes all the way, and Kai Tebs out of control there. So now Yuma Fuji's back into the game. Fazekas all the way. Fazekas a little floater, doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound, and Nick Fazekas taking this game over. And he wants a foul. I mean, he's looking at the officials now to say, look, where's the call? But Fazekas is not going to get it. I mean, look, here's a pump fake. There's the first foul. There's the second one. There's the rebound. No foul there, of course, but 2 potential fouls there. But Fazekas shouldn't be arguing, because do you want the 2 points? Or do you want to go to the free throw line and get 2 free throws? So timeout now to Utsunomiya. Brex. They trail this one by 6 points to the Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Well, now we're under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the Kawasaki Brave Thunder, if they win tonight, they will secure a playoff position here in the B-League. Well, the playoffs is irrelevant now for Utsunomiya Brex, because they're champions of the B-League. And possibly the poor offensive play might be the fact that they've already been crowned champions. Can just feel a bit of anxiety right now. Someone just needs to step in and step up and give that a little bit of inspiration as Urusei Shinoyama picking up Kai Tebs full court. Kawasaki playing a very interesting 2-3 zone. Probably playing that, knowing that Utsunomiya Brex struggling from the perimeter. Fazekas. Another foul's been called on Makoto Hiyojima, so now Pablo Aguilar is going to go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. Well, if you want to know some of the top teams in Europe that Pablo Aguilar has played for, remember he played for Cathedemont Zaragoza, currently now playing in the Final 8 of the Basketball Champions League. And also played briefly for San Pablo Burgos, Herrera San Pablo Burgos, who are the current champions of the Basketball Champions League and will be defending their title. As right now, Pablo Aguilar trying to lead his team into the B-League playoffs here in the Eastern Conference. He missed a free throw. Looking for a handoff now. Kai Tebs here, under 10 the shot clock. Turns it over in a sloppy play there by Utsunomiya Brex. Well, great flash to the basket there by Jeffrey Gibbs, but too much on the pass coming from Kai Tebs. Now the Kawasaki Brave Thunders going to their bench, of course. Coming into the game for them is Takumi Hasegawa. He's only just checked into the game now. Fazekas draws another foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. The foul is on Jeffrey Gibbs. Just over 3 minutes to go here. What's amazing to watch a player like Fazekas, you know what a great post-up player he is, but he's not afraid to put the ball on the floor and isolate. But makes the first free throw. Well, he missed the second one, but it's a 7-point lead now to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Kaitev's now running 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And another turnover, and that has just been the story of Utsunomiya Brex's game this evening. I mean, they have been fabulous this season. I mean, they've just been unstoppable. The last time they lost was on the 24th of March against the Toyama Grouses, but you would expect a team of this caliber going into the playoffs to really be gunning for as many wins as possible. Fuji now comes off one screen, finds Fazekas. Fazekas tries to isolate. Fazekas, what a move. Oh my Lord. Nick Fazekas, are you serious? I mean, how did he, I mean, that wasn't even a crossover, that was a drag through. Malay now kicks out, it's gotta make it wide open. Can't get it, Gibbs with a rebound. Takes a long shot, can't get it. Utsunomiya with a loose ball. Utsunomiya, long pass, finds Fazekas. Simply unstoppable. Nick Fazekas taking this game over. Right now, Utsunomiya Brex just can't defend Nick Fazekas. Now Utsunomiya Brex, desperate need of some baskets as LJP comes back into the game. Going nowhere there on the offense, but has to kick this one out. Take a shot from Takuchi, he can't get it. Gibbs tries to get a rebound. Utsunomiya with a rebound. Looking for a kick out. Well, Fazekas, I wouldn't be surprised. Fazekas, 3 letters, MVP. Arigatou gozaimasu. Fazekas-san, ayasu minasai. As he puts Kawasaki Brave Thunder up by 3 points. I mean, look at the in and out play here. Fuji goes down the middle, kicks it out. He does it inside. He does it from downtown. Fazekas taking this game over. Well, the problem right now for Utsunomiya Brex is that Nick Fazekas has simply taken this game over. And at the moment, when things aren't going for you on offense, I mean, I can't remember the last time Utsunomiya Brex have been tested like this. I mean, you think about all the games they played this season, they have just simply dominated teams. The last time it was a loss as big as this was against the Seahorses on the 27th of February. In which they lost 85-67. Now, granted, they did have some injuries that day, but right now, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, led by Utsunomiya-san, and Fazekas leading the way. LJ Peak now trying to beat the full court pressure. Peak down the middle. Let's get this one off as we're just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. Peak penetrates, goes down low. Finds Gibbs, kicks out. There's a three. The three is up. The three is good. Well, Shuhei Kitagawa nails that one from downtown. That's exactly what Utsunomiya Brex needed. Just a bit of confidence to cut it back down to an 11-point ball game. Now Kawasaki Brave Thunder's way off the mark. Here we go with Gibbs. Gibbs looking to push. Pick him up now. Finds Peak. Peak left wide open. He can't get it. Kosuke Takuchi fighting for the rebound, goes out of bounds. It will be Brex possession on the baseline. All of a sudden now, a bit more belief here in the Brex offense. Takeuchi trying to go for those offensive rebounds. Gibbs almost lost his footing, keeps it alive, goes down the middle, pump fakes, puts up a tough one. And Jeffrey Gibbs, all of a sudden, a little bit of confidence there, you can see in the low block. Now there are 7 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so either way, Utsunomiya Brex could get one last shot here. Yuma Fuji. Fuji takes a three-pointer, can't get it. Peak with a rebound. Last 2 seconds here now. What does Utsunomiya Brex have? Down the middle, kicks out, peek through the middle. Oh, it looks like a blocking foul is going to be called with 4.2 seconds left. Now watch. Well, that's a good call by the official because you notice Yuma Fuji didn't get in position in time. So that's a great call by the official. It's going to be baseline ball now with 4.2 seconds left. Utsunomiya Brex down by 9 points, making a little bit of a comeback here in the last few moments. Karuga gets it in. Peek's got to shoot it. Peek steps back, takes a three-pointer, doesn't get it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, it is Utsunomiya Brex trailing this one by 9 points against Kawasaki Brave Thunder, led by Nick Fazekas. Well, Fazekas has been the big difference in this game so far in the third quarter for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. But of course, the biggest thing right now for Utsunomiya Brex is just keeping that confidence going and trying to get back in this game. You can see Yuma Fuji, back into this game, starting the fourth quarter. So no Ryusei Shinoyama. Kicks out now to get a three. The three is in the corner, no good. Gibbs tries to rebound, throws it right off of Pablo Aguilar. And it will be baseline ball now to Utsunomiya Brex. Gibbs is wide open. They don't get the ball to him. Now they do, of course. Gibbs looking to isolate. Under 10 on the shot clock. Step back and take a deep three. The three is good. Well, Seiji Ikaruga nails a tray ball from downtown. And all of a sudden, Utsunomiya Brex cut it back down to a 6-point ball game. Can Kawasaki Brave Thunders hold on to the lead? Remember, a win for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and they will secure a playoff spot here. Fuji puts up a little floater, can't get it. As Pablo Aguilar tips it back in. And the man from Granada, Spain, puts it back up by 8 points. Shuhei keeps Hasagawa deals with the pressure, but now Takeuchi giving up to LJ Peak. Well, Peak has been very cold in this game so far. Takeuchi looking to hand this one off. Top space, takes another 3.3, is up, no good. Kawasaki with a rebound. Gets a handoff here now. Fuji kicks this one out. Good ball move, they get a three. The three is in the corner. The three is good. Oh, from downtown, Takumi Hasagawa. Well, Hasagawa has had little involvement in this game, but right now, steps up and hits a big three-pointer for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. That three-pointer was huge. So puts it back up by 11 points. Down the middle now, a bit of contact. They come up with a loose ball. Well, he's got to make this one. The three is up. No good. Kawasaki with a rebound. All the way to the basket. Another kick out. It comes off of Ikaruga. So it will be a sideline ball to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. Now big changes here coming for Utsunomiya Brex. So Ryan Rust along with Josh Scott, Kai Tevs all in the game. Fuji now looking to isolate. Fuji's gonna have to force up a wild shot way off the mark, but looks like a foul's been called. I'm not sure they've called that one on. I am very perplexed by that call. Now watch the shot hit. Fadeaway shot going nowhere. And I think they possibly called a foul against Josh Scott, I believe. Well, that's a very, very poor foul to give away. Can't come up with it now. Ryan Rust comes up with a loose ball. Rust trying to pass it, but it comes off the foot of Pablo Aguilar. Double up passing now to Josh Scott. Hand off here. Hiyajima comes up another one now. Ryan Russ has got to make this one. Russ from downtown can't get it. Hiyajima with a rebound. Another kick out. Another one. This is a good ball move, but they got to get a shot up at some point. Goes in with his left. Good hesitation. Puts up a little floater. Still can't get it. Scott with a follow-up. Well, that's what Josh Scott's going to have to do right now here with the last 7 minutes. Come up with those offensive rebounds. We got a timeout now as Kawasaki Brave Thunder holding on to a 9-point lead here against Utsunomiya Brex. Kawasaki Brave Thunder's 7 minutes away from possibly qualifying for the playoffs. Utsunomiya Brex, can they make them wait just a little bit further? Can they derail this season? We will find out momentarily. Well, they almost turned it over. Pablo Aguilar just coming up with a loose ball there. They get another three-point. The three is up. No good. Aguilar fighting for a rebound. And now Ryan Rosta looking to push transition here. Watanabe now kicks this one out. Down the middle, has to fade away. Makoto Hiyajima. But another foul has been called, so it will be baseline ball to Utsunomiya Brex. Well, the foul has been called on Pablo Aguilar. You see Yusuke Endo lacking the confidence right now. I mean, he is a 37% three-point shooter. He's got to take those shots. Byron Russell will kick it out. The shot is up in the corner. Hiyajima can't get it. Scott under the basket, and he gets the and one. And look what it means to him. He's now going to go to the free throw line here to make a three-point play. Well, if he makes this free throw, he could possibly cut it back down to a 6-point ball game. Hiyajima with a three-pointer. He couldn't get it. But again, it's that man, Josh Scott, keeping Utsunomiya Brex in this game. Can't get the free throw. Well, it's these opportunities right now that Utsunomiya Brex, they have to make it. Every attempt to get back in this game as they trail by 7 points here. Suchi throws it down low. Just want to go baseline, puts up a little floater, no good. They come up with a loose ball, and now Ryan Rusta already in transition. Kicks this one out. Endo, big three, in and out, can't get it. Just can't secure the rebound. It's Hiyajima doing everything to get the offensive rebound. It's now Ryan Rusta trying to get the ball down low to Josh Scott. Watanabe, he'll pull up the three-pointer. Can't get it. And again, Utsunomiya Brex come up with a loose ball. And Ryan Rusta turns it over. Couldn't handle the pass, and it will be baseline ball now to Kawasaki Brave Thunder. The Kawasaki Brave Thunder got a problem. They can't come up with any rebounds at the moment. Utsunomiya Brex struggling to get a good shot on offense. With Jordan Heath now on the ball, looking to get this one up. Finds Yuma Fuji. Fuji gets his pocket pick. Now Ryan Rusta pushing transition, fakes the pass all the way with his left hand. Beautiful move. Well, Ryan Rusta going coast to coast like Magic Johnson in transition for Utsunomiya Brex. And we got a timeout. I mean, watch Ryan Rusta here. Watch him fake the pass. In with the left hand, and it's good. hardcore pressure now by Utsunomiya. Brex trying to force Kawasaki Brave Thunder into a turnover. And patience is going to be key now for Kawasaki's play. They got to try and slow it down, not rushing the options. Foul has been called on Yusuke Endo. Now this is good for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. They can just slow the clock down. Utsunomiya Brex now trying everything last minute to see if they can come up with a loose ball and get themselves back in this game. I mean, this game is not over. 5-point lead, Kawasaki Brave Thunder led by that man, Nick Vazikas. They went up by as many as 14 points, which caused a big, big problem now for Utsunomiya Brex. Here we go now. Last 4:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Kawasaki Brave Thunder, if they win now, they'll secure that playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Utsunomiya Brex, can they make them wait just a little bit longer? Can they derail this season? In case of Kawasaki Brave Thunder, being in the Eastern Conference top 5 isn't a bad option because remember, the wild card going in favor was wide open. But a poor pass there by Jordan Heath. Wasted opportunity is now Suchi goes into the floater. He can't get it. And right now, Kawasaki Brave Thunder can't buy a basket. With a three from Ryan Roster. Ryan Roster cuts back down to a 2-point ball game. Just when Utsunomiya Brex seemed dead and buried, all of a sudden, within 2 points of this one. This game very much still open. Get the ball to Vazikas, double team down low, finds Jordan Heath under the basket. He's fouled. And now he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Very nice high-low play there between Nick Vazikas and Jordan Heath. And a high foul there by Makoto Hiyajima. We're under 4 minutes ago. Jordan Heath, of course, as we've seen him at the free throw line already this evening, has had his struggles, but right now he has to step up. This one, I think the officials are going to review if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. Well, the lead referee there, you can see right next to the screen monitor, is Kato-san, Takaki Kato, who was a referee at the FIBA World Cup. One of the top referees here in Japanese basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if they do deem that an unsportsmanlike foul. But knowing that the J-League does like to play physical, does like to play very open basketball, it wouldn't surprise me if they went either way, to be honest. Well, the foul was on Makoto. They've called it unsportsmanlike foul, so it's going to be 2 free throws now to Jordan Heath. And Kawasaki Brave Thunder are going to get the ball back. We can see why they've called an unsportsmanlike foul. There is Takaki Kato, the official referee there, explaining the foul to Ryan Rossiter. Well, Takaki Kato is one of the top referees in Japanese basketball, and that is a good call by Kato-san. Because Makoto Hiyojima, when he made the foul, 2 hands on the arms of Jordan Heath, so no wonder the unsportsmanlike foul has been called. But Jordan Heath, a 53% free throw shooter. And again, it's not a bad foul by Utsunomiya Brex. But Jordan Heath has to step up and make this free throw and out. He makes the second one and puts him up by 3 points, and now they're going to get the ball back. Fuji now makes the penetration. Fuji gets rejected. Well, Josh Scott said, "Not in my house. Get out of here, Fuji-san." Now, Utsunomiya Brex with a chance to tie the game up. They turn it over. Now Fazic is guarded heavily by Ryan Rossiter. Pablo Aguilar is checked back into the game for Kawasaki. He turns it over, and again, a poor play there by Pablo Aguilar. Scott throws it down. Oh, Josh Scott went coast to coast like James Worthy in Showtime. Utsunomiya Brex basketball there. Now it's a 1-point ball game. Kawasaki Brave Thunder have really struggled here in the 4th quarter. Fazic is double teamed here. Puts up a tough shot. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. That's a smart play there by Nick Fazekas, making the contact against Ryan Rossiter. No arguments from Rossiter whatsoever. Nick Fazekas makes the first free throw, and again, he's been the dominant option so far for Kawasaki Brave Thunders in this game. That's the one thing about Nick Fazekas. I mean, we know what a great low block player he is, but he can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot the ball very well as well from the mid-range, as we see from the perimeter. Mid-range there by Hiyojima. Can't get it. Pablo Aguilar with a rebound. Utsunomiya also back into the game now for Kawasaki. Utsunomiya looking to get this one up. Finds Fazekas. Fazekas spins around. Fazekas all the way. Doesn't get it. Rossiter with a rebound. Now Utsunomiya Brex possibly tie the game up if they make a 3-pointer, but again, it's about getting a good offense. Puts this one out. Tries to isolate. Finds Endo in the corner. 3 is up. No good. Aguilar with a rebound, and now just over 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Can Kawasaki tie the game up? Finds Aguilar. Aguilar now kicks out the Fazekas. Back to Pablo Aguilar. Good ball movement. Finds Fazekas under the basket. Fazekas gets it to go. And Nick Fazekas puts Kawasaki Brave Thunder up by 5 points. He has dominated this game. Arguably been the MVP. I mean, watch Fazekas cuts to the middle, fades away, but just kisses it off the glass, and he nails it. Utsunomiya Brex now with 1:44 to go here. Again, just trying to stay in this game at the moment. They trail by 5 points. The game not over one bit. They went down by as many as 14 in the third quarter, and at the moment, having to deal with a very good Nick Fazekas in this game. Ryan Ruster now on the ball. This is one out. Big three by Ando. Got it! Big time three. Yusuke Ando stepping up huge there, cutting it to a 2-point ball game. That is a massive three-pointer by Yusuke Ando. It turns it over, but it goes out of bounds, and Ryan Ruster thought he had the steal. It will be sideline ball now to Kawasaki, Brave Thunder. Nick Fazekas just too casual with the pass. Down low now to Pablo Aguilar. Picks out to Fazekas, finds Shinoyama. They try a three down the other end. The three is no good. And now Utsunomiya Brex with just over 1 minute to go with a chance to tie the game up. Possibly they can take the lead with a three-pointer. Ryan Ruster, his handoff here. Hiyajima turns it over. Poor play there by Makoto Hiyajima. He just threw the basketball away. Now, Fazekas got it by Ryan Ruster. Both players featured for the Japanese national team. Down low to Pablo Aguilar. Aguilar with a little hook shot. Pablo Aguilar gets it to go now. And with 38.7 seconds, Kawasaki Brave Thunder lead this one by 4 points. There's been a foul. This foul is on Nick Fazekas. Now the operation here for Kawasaki Brave Thunder is Operation Hold On. Utsunomiya Brex, they got to score quick here. Now if they can score within 9 seconds, they don't necessarily need to foul in the next possession, but Ryan Ruster needs to get something going here. Ruster steps back, big three, got it! Ryan Ruster from downtown. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer. Now it's a 1-point ball game. Fazekas turns it over. Ryan Ruster with a steal. And Utsunomiya Brex with a chance here. Ruster, oh my lord, what a block. Jordan Heath denying Ryan Ruster. I mean, that was like LeBron James in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. Jordan Heath elevated, and he pinned Ryan Ruster off the backboard like a fridge magnet. Now with 10.6 seconds left, Utsunomiya Brex trailing by 1 point. The shot clock's turned off. They have a chance here to win the game. And this is big now. Utsunomiya Brex, champions of the B-League. One chance to win the game. They get it to Hiyajima. Kick out. Ruster down the middle. The foul has been called. Now there's 6.2 seconds left. Fazekas, veteran player now, looking very cool as you like. Understanding that he's done his job for today. He's caused a lot of problems in the low block. With 6.2 seconds left. There you can see, this is it now. Ryan Ruster. Ruster, big three, doesn't get it. And ladies and gentlemen, Kawasaki Brave Thunder have qualified for the playoffs here in the B-League, led by that man, Nick Fazekas. Tough play there, Yusuke Ando hitting some big threes along with Ryan Ruster. But at the end of this one, Kawasaki Brave Thunder have cemented a position in the playoffs of the Eastern Conference here in the B-League. They've done the job. They've come into the champions. Utsunomiya Brex have won the championship this year. It's been a huge win now for Kawasaki Brave Thunder. It was all in that third quarter where Nick Fazekas just took over the game. Played unbelievable basketball. There you can see the home crowd showing their support and admiration for their players. Utsunomiya Brex. Again, with a lot to think about going into the playoffs, of course. Winning the league, of course, being champions of the Eastern Conference. Well, it was that kind of game, of course. It was very tough at the beginning. Both teams struggling to get good shots because the defense of both of them was just phenomenal. Kawasaki have come here. Job completed. They came to the Tojiki Prefecture here at the Brex Arena. They have cemented themselves. The final goal, which is to get into the playoffs now here in the B-League, which is becoming a very, very competitive league, to say the least. Remember, in the Eastern Conference, it's the top three along with the Western Conference, but the East is just so dominant this year that positions 4 and 5, if you look at it, Sunrock and Shibuya, Toyama, Grouse, they're probably going to get the wild card. So that's why it was so important for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders to come here and to defeat the team, the best team in the B-League, that being Utsunomiya Brex. We'll just show you some highlights and some interviews here from the coaches.
放送席、1点差、最後の攻撃をしのぎました川崎佐藤ヘッドコーチです。お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
どうですか、今日の試合振り返って1点差のゲームになりました。
はい、最後のところ、ちょっとゲームコントロールのところ、あとはタイムアウトを取るところ、自分自身は反省いっぱいあるんですけど、ディフェンスのところしっかりコントロールできたことと、選手の強度すごく高かったので、ロースコアですけどディフェンスの勝利だったかなと思います。
そのディフェンスですけれども、もうティップオフのすぐ後から、もう第1クォーターからすごいプレッシャーを見せていましたけれども、そのあたり見ていてどうでしたか？
それはうちのベースなので、それをどれだけ長い時間やれるかっていうのをシーズン当初からずっと繰り返しやってきたので、この終盤に来て、東地区チャンピオンチームに対して、そういうディフェンスを最初からできたっていうのは評価できると思います。
しかし第3クォーターの終わりの頃から第4クォーターにかけて、猛追に遭いましたけれども、そのあたりどうだったんでしょうか？
やっぱり簡単には勝たせてくれないです。最後もつれることも想定しながらやってはいました。はい、最後本当に気力で選手頑張ってくれたと思います。
さあ、これで2位のチームの千葉を倒して連勝、そして宇都宮を倒してこれでまた連勝を伸ばしました。この状況で宇都宮に勝ったことの意味はどうですか？
非常に大きいと思いますし、自信にもつながるし、また次につながる試合だと思いますが、また明日も1試合あるので、アウェーで連勝するというのは非常に難しいことなので、しかもこのブレックスアリーナなので、もう一回気を引き締めてしっかり準備して、自分自身もいいゲームコントロールできるように、準備していきたいと思います。
ありがとうございました。
Well, those were the words from the head coach of Kawasaki Brave Thunder, and as he was saying, it was all about defensively. He felt his team was much better as they put great pressure from the first quarter, and they were able to repeat that throughout the whole game. And as he acknowledged, it's just not easy to beat Utsunomiya Brex here in Tojiki. Well, the winning streak now, of course, gives him a lot of confidence, and he hopes that they can contain them as they play again tomorrow.
続きまして川崎ファジーカス選手です。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
いや、1点差の苦しいゲームでした。どうですか、振り返って。
Obviously we were able to get a stop at the end, and so most importantly we came out and got the win.
最後にディフェンスストップが取れて、しかもそれに加えてしっかりと今日勝てたということが一番良かったと思っています。
ディフェンスの強い川崎、もう第1クォーターから素晴らしいディフェンスでした。自身の評価はどうですか
？Yeah, obviously we came out with a spark defensively. We were able to hold them to 26 at the half, so I thought that was, we had good momentum going into halftime.
で今日前半26失点しか取られてなかったので、それがいい勢いにつながって、それでハーフタイムしっかりといい形で入れて後半につなげれたと思っています。
さあ、これで3連勝としました。上位のチームを破って連勝を伸ばしています。2位の可能性がまだあります。これからの試合どう戦いますか
？Yeah, obviously it's important for us to try to get that second spot. We want to play at home in the playoffs, and we're doing our best right now to try to win the rest.
でやっぱり2位でホームコートでしっかりと開催したいっていうのが自分たちの意思でもあるので、ここから先まだあとタフな相手が残ってますけど、ここから先勝っていきたいと思っています。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
川崎ファジーカス選手でした。インタビュー以上です。
Well, Fazekas there, you can see what a great performance he had. He knew how tough it was coming into this game, but it was in the third quarter where he just simply erupted and took this game over and caused all sorts of problems for Utsunomiya Brex. Remember, he is a player for the Japanese national team as well. What a player he has been so far for both club and country. We'll just take a look at some of the stats and highlights from this game. And what a game it was, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for joining us. Remember, the B-League is becoming very popular in terms of the standard of play, along with the Japanese and national players coming in to the system. There you can see some of the traveling fans there from supporting Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Now here are some of the highlights from the game. Ryan Roster got up to a good start. He thought he was going to have a good night. Now he did pick things up in the fourth quarter, but he did struggle, of course, in the latter stages of the game. Fazekas putting on an MVP performance, as we mentioned. No surprise to see Nick Fazekas just dominating basketball, as we mentioned. See him do it for the national team as well as the club team. Defensively, these two teams really frustrated themselves in the first half. LJ Peak had a very, very tough night. Usually a 40% three-point shooter, but you can see a tough play there by Josh Scott. Now, Josh Scott did have a good game in the low block, but again, it was the block by Jordan Heath that really just cemented the win for Kawasaki Brave Thunders, as we saw in the fourth quarter. There's a top player as well, as we mentioned, but again, Yuma Fuji had a very, very good game, to say the least. Had some silly turnovers, but again, played a very stable backcourt game along with Yusei Shinoyama. Jeffrey Gibbs, of course, he was causing lots of problems on offense for Fazekas and Kawasaki Brave Thunders, but again, they just didn't have an answer defensively to stop Nick Fazekas. Fazekas was just simply unstoppable, and again, you expect that kind of play from him, just he's such an unstoppable player. It's the kind of player that can cause a lot of problems to you, just really just game over there. You can see a little floater shot get in the roll. Fazekas just has that style about him, knows how to beat players and shut teams down. And there was LJ Peak with the backdoor play. Outside defense just a little too slow there from Kawasaki Brave Thunder. And just Fazekas, I don't know how he got that move off, but again, it's a drag through like a layup. Makoto Hiyajima, usually he's a great defender, but even in that case, he struggled to contain that. Fazekas again from downtown, nailing the tray ball. There's a long three by Endo. Actually, Ikaruga, excuse me. Seiji Ikaruga having a good game from the perimeter. Hitting some big-time shots and just making it count from downtown. trying to keep him in this game, but likewise there, Ryan Roster kicking out to Makoto Hiyajima. Couldn't get it with the offensive rebound in the and one there by Josh Scott. It's Ryan Roster now going coast to coast. Fakes the pass, left hand, and the third quarter play. Ryan Rossiter taking this game in his hands and bringing them back within distance. Rossiter there stepping up in the big three-pointer as well. That brought him within 2 points. Seeing the latter stages of the fourth quarter. Pablo Aguilar threw that one away as Ikaruga transition. Finding Scott, throwing it down. Josh Scott with a monster dunk in transition. That was a big three there by Yusuke Endo. That three brought him within touching distance, but it was a steal by Ryan Roster. But prepare yourself for the block by Jordan Heath. It was a step back three by Roster. I mean, that was huge, keeping him in this game. There was 6.2 seconds left. They try to win it. Roster unable to hit the tray ball. And that was the game, ladies and gentlemen. Kawasaki Brave Thunder secured themselves a playoff spot here in the Eastern Conference. Utsunomiya Brex, again, almost made a comeback, but it was just too little too late. As the visitors can look forward to the playoffs. Well, there you can see there are the stats, of course. Kawasaki Brave Thunder, 47% from within the rainbow, 26% from downtown, 9 for 6 from the free throw line. They were out-rebounded for that matter. They had 40 rebounds, but a lot of those, of course, coming from Nick Fazekas. That was something Utsunomiya Brex did a very good job at. And you can see the points in the paint becoming a big difference. But that was as it stands at the end of this one. It was not a lot to separate these two teams. Utsunomiya Brex dominating in some areas, such as the three-point percentages. They went 9 for 5 from downtown. But again, it just was too little too late as Nick Fazekas just caused a lot of problems. Again, there's a reason why he is featuring for the Japanese national team in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. But right now here in the B-League for the Kawasaki Brave Thunder, he has cemented them a playoff spot. Well, Fazekas finished with 26 points, of course. Pablo Aguilar also chipping in very well. Ryan Rosta, very low scoring game for him. Well, to be honest, not so much because he does average 13 points per game along with 7 rebounds. There you can see Josh Scott and Jeffrey Gibbs also pitching in. But a big play there from Yuma Fuji. Well, Yuma Fuji does average 10 points per game, but again, what a steady game he had in the backcourt for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Again, it was a very big play from him, along with Ryusei Shinoyama. We just wonder now with these kind of style, of course, Jordan Heath coming up big time there, along with Pablo Aguilar with the rebounds. And a massive double-double play there by Nick Fazekas. Ryan Roster went over his average as he had 11 rebounds this evening. There are the assists, of course. Well, these two teams will play tomorrow night here live in the B-League. Again, what a game it was, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we thank you for joining us here in the Brex Arena, and we'll see you tomorrow night as these two teams will play yet again. But for now, it's good night, and God bless you.